think the defense was the champion today. When we struggled from the onset offensively and trying to get into rhythm, and our defense was stellar, holding them to 16 points and 27% from the field shooting in the first half, and then we finally started getting our rhythm a little bit in the second half and taking advantage of some things. Enzi was tremendous tonight, 18 and 11. And more importantly, 3 for 3 from the free throw line. That was great. And then our defense, again, when they cut it to 5, I think it was 42-37 at one point. And then Bryce Barnes hit the 3 in the corner to give us an 8-point lead. And I think from there, we went 28-10 the rest of the way. So our defense was very good. And, I'm looking forward to opportunity to seeing the film more and getting better for our game against UIC on Monday.
3 straight really good defensive performances by you guys. You feel like you're finally turning the corner in that area? I know as a coach you're never satisfied, but you have to like what you're seeing from you guys on that end of the floor, right?
Yeah, from where we were, giving up a lot of points and field goal percentage shooting was not where we wanted as far as the defense was concerned. To play the way we have the last 3 games defensively, it's we're getting to how I want to play on the defensive end, where it's tough. We're making it difficult on opponents to score. Like I said before, our guys at the top, they're really taking on the challenge of doing all it takes at the point of attack with guarding the ball. Our big guys are doing a great job. Our help defense is getting much better and much more improved from previous games, and we have to continue that.
Defense, you were a Big Ten Defensive Player of the Year back in the day. When you're trying to teach your guys defense and you're showing them video and all those sorts of things, do you ever break out old video of yourself? Do they know about your defensive prowess? How do you try to get it across how important that is?
I think I've made a mistake in telling them that I could play some offense too. So I don't show them anything of myself. The only the one thing that I tell them now, and I think we were probably getting too much into technique and all that stuff early. What I just tell them now is it's just will, it's just hard work and it's effort. And yes, we have to watch film and know what our opponent is doing, but defense is all of those things in a nutshell, and that's all that I give them. And when I'm on the sideline, it's I have an out-of-body experience out there in the sideline where I'm acting like I'm out there and trying to give them the energy for the defensive end, and that's all it takes. And when we give our heart and we throw ourselves into the game, we understand the game plan that we have going in defensively, what we want to take away, then I think we're going to be pretty good from a defensive standpoint.
When you break down your practices, you hear percentages all the time. What would you say the split is roughly, like offense versus defense, the amount of time you spend in a practice?
Right now as the season's going on, and I'm very conscious of our guys and their legs, it's primarily mostly defense. Where we concentrate on what we need to do to take away, our opponent's strengths. And then it's probably, I can't put a percentage on it, if it's 60-40. I think our guys are getting a rhythm offensively. We do that enough to know where everyone is going to be on the offensive end. But because we had to, we're spending a lot more time on the defensive end with the accountability part of it, with the physical part of it. We do a little bit more in short spurts in practice with the defense, and our guys are buying into it now. They understand that this could potentially be the formula to winning, and I think they're embracing that.
It's been hard for you guys to string together wins this year. This is season high for you, 3 in a row. Feel like you guys are kind of getting some momentum now too behind this defense and just getting a winning streak going here like you have?
Yeah, with winning, obviously your guys build up confidence and they feel good about themselves. And, so I think that's where the momentum's coming from and wanting it more. I constantly preach to our guys about staying hungry and not letting up. And so this is, I think, the case right now. I think our guys want so much more, and they're starting to get that feeling of how to win and what it takes to win, that they, push even harder. What's incredibly special about our guys is when we go into film and prepare for our games, they're really, really locked in and they're talking more. They're watching film on their own more. And on the practice floor, you can see the leadership stepping up from that standpoint as well. But, obviously it does feel good to win, and you're learning so much more from that, and you get some of the good and the bad from the film, but you have that confidence.
Coach, how encouraging is it putting together a few game win streak and showing on both sides of the ball, really putting in complete games?
Yeah, it's reassuring to our guys. They know that, all right, when coach is talking about defense or playing well or doing all the things you need to do in order to win, and then you win and you can go back to the film and you can talk about the confirming thing about the defensive end, confirming things about a set that we're running or what we're trying to do against a certain opponent. It feels really good from that standpoint. So when you have that reaffirmed video or the consequence of winning or playing a game, whether it's winning or losing, when you have it on the winning side, you can show so many different things and so many positive things, and our guys want to follow that model. So it feels really good. I just want to make sure our guys stay hungry, though. We've been on the other side where we've had losing streaks. So I want our guys to understand what it takes to win, but also understand how small of a margin it is to lose as well. And we have to correct a lot of things going into our game on Monday.
Coach, obviously, Enzi was the highlight overall today on boards and points. Can you speak on Brock's impact on the game today?
I think anytime you have Brock on the floor, it certainly helps. He's a threat. Teams are trying to take him away. They're trying to take JB away. And as you're talking about Enzi, it forces him now to make some plays. So when they were taking away those two guys, we put the ball in Enzi's hand in certain positions for him to be able to make plays. I don't know how many he had 2 assists, but I guarantee you 2 led to some really easy baskets. Maybe there are some shots from passes that he made that we didn't knock down, but he becomes a playmaker. So that's great on Enzi's part. With Brock, having him out on the floor, he's a steady hand. He understands the game. He gets other guys involved. He's not a one-trick pony from the standpoint he can do a multitude of things out there. He can rebound, he passes well, and he can certainly shoot the basketball. So that gives us a great advantage. And we can play him at multiple positions. We can play him on the wing. We can play him at the 4 and, use him to our advantage.
Coach, it seems like this 3-game winning streak kind of reveals something about your team's identity. Will we be seeing more of that, or what will we be seeing more of?
Well, hopefully we can talk about our defense propelling us to these wins, because that has to be something that travels. Our defense, we have to take that everywhere we go. Home or away, so our defense is going to be the thing that after you look at it and when it's all said and done, what do they do on the defensive end? I think we're getting a rhythm on the offensive end where we can, Enzi's playing well. We got Brock and JB. They've proven that they can do some things on the offensive end as well. So our defense has to be our identity, and that would be the thing I would point to when it's all said and done.